the stage, Mr. Ben Norris!
Hello. I'm going to do a piece called Hypothetically Speaking. So I was thinking of asking the band to play the music of infinite possibility, yet also kind of smoke presumptiveness, but then I thought that was slightly vague. So instead I'm going to be obscenely specific. I think we should start with kind of ethereal otherworldly noise. And then when the character Mozart enters the poem, like if we could have one of his early piano pieces, that would be great. It doesn't matter if it's not Mozart, any classical piano would do, but if you're a true professional, Dave, it will be Mozart. And then when my nan enters the poem and replaces Mozart, if kind of we could transition into some kind of wartime jazz swing, and then from there perhaps fade back into the kind of ethereal otherworldly noise that we had initially, but with some more inherent optimism. And then at one point I mentioned Alanis Morissette. I think it would be really nice if we could just briefly have a reference to the main kind of hook from her song Ironic, before we go back into the initial ethereal otherworldly noise, but now with a kind of drive towards the end of the poem. I don't even think you're listening, you know. I'm not sure you're taking me seriously. Essentially, loads of shit happens in this, so do whatever you want. But it's quite clearly signposted. Like Alanis Morissette appears like explicitly named. Like I don't just describe someone that looks a bit like her. So don't worry, you'll know when she's there. I'm joking. Also, I really like Bellatrix. I think she's amazing, and I didn't realise she was going to be here this evening. So like I didn't plan to ask for any beatbox. So like if there's a point where you think, you know what would work here? No bass, some beatbox. Just do that. Because that would be cool. I've really thought long and hard about this. Let's just go for it and see what happens. It's about improvisation, is it not? I think my name being wonky is quite appropriate. Let's do this. Okay, this is called Hypothetically Speaking. But definitely ethereal noise. Definitely ethereal noise to start with. Okay. Let's say heaven exists. Let's just say it. Okay, it's a given, because I've only got 3 minutes. Let's say heaven exists and that we're all going. Nice one. Let's say I meet Mozart there. Let's say he is 4. The age at which he first toured Europe, playing for the courts and monarchs when his dad still notated his compositions, because he could make music then and didn't have to write it. Let's say in heaven we are whatever age we want to be. Mozart was happiest at 4. Let's say I say to him that he will never write a string quartet, let alone a symphony, and die in abject poverty and footnote faint obscurity at 17. Okay, it was kind of mean, but let's say I say I've never heard of him. He laughs and runs away to play. He doesn't care. He is 4 and in heaven. Let's say I see my nan. She is 1941 and beautiful. She is sitting, sewing, singing musical numbers like jingles. Let's say she sees my granddad across a cloud, coyly lowers both her working eyes. They've only been on one date and kissed on the cheek, but she thinks his eyes as deep as the seas he sailed. Let's say they walk by and don't speak. Let's say God is not an old white man with a beard, because why would he be? Let's say he is the Pampers baby or the Andrex puppy. Let's say the squashed moth reassembles, the fallen man unbreaks his limbs. Let's say Gordon Brown grins, because why wouldn't he? And let's say the Queen is just a little girl before it all got so serious. Let's say my other granddad, Tony, is forever almost finishing his canal boat, and only conscious of his heart when he's hammering hard, or running to meet his sweetheart, Muriel. He doesn't know that what will kill him would be a routine fix if only he'd been there to operate on himself. He doesn't know that he will lie on the towpath, clutching his chest, thinking in the handful of seconds he has left that Alanis Morissette did not know irony like this. Because he won't have heard of Alanis Morissette. Because Alanis Morissette was happier before all the jokes about slack definitions of irony came her way. Let's say in heaven we are none of us what we were or will be in our final moments. Bleeding fast, grotesque with age or distant to even our spouses. Let's say we are safe as houses, full of beans and right as rain. Let's say the place is crowded, because why wouldn't it be? And let's say I'm on a cloud somewhere, alone and naked probably, because everyone's naked in heaven, aren't they? And I'm making a wish list which is topped by Grandad Tony and disregards Mozart. He's full, he's getting kind of annoyed by now. It disregards even Jesus. Because I want to hear the stories that no one wrote down. Thanks very much.
Mr. Ben Norris. I really give it up for the band, because that was a roast that they did. Oh my goodness.